Hello and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. It's Sarah Wednesday.
Hello.
It's the most wonderful day of the week. It's Sarah Wednesday. But I am here every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And we've got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to us. Thank you. And if you are watching on replay, hello. Don't forget you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Miss Sarah will be time-stamping today as we go.
Yep.
So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, whatever works for you. So, all right. Jean Martin, I agree. I love Sarah Wednesday. Yes. And Warrior Witch, yes. I love Sarah Wednesday, yes.
Oh.
Okay. So, how is life in Speaker Mikey's district?
We're here.
I feel guilty reminding you.
It's okay. It's okay. I step outside and it's just the oppression in the air along with the pollen. You know. Yeah. Instead of I love the smell of napalm in the morning, it's like, oh, I love the smell of, misogyny in the morning or oppression or overt racism.
Pollen and depression and hypocrisy.
Yes. Yeah. Allergies, yes. Thank you, Natty. I don't wear it down often just because these days there's so much of it. But yes. Thank you.
Oh, I'm not exactly going to talk anybody out of growing their hair out.
This is true. But it's Louisiana, so it either like immediately goes or it just looks like someone poured just grease on it. So it's weird. That's why I usually have it up. But anywho, enough about that. We have stuff to talk about today.
Yes, and Be Grateful saying drowning my political reactions in dark chocolate this morning. You got 2 thumbs up from Sarah and I.
You did.
All right. Okay. So,
you wanna hit today's episode?
Trump is planning on creating a massive database of all Americans and not having it run by the government. But the kicker is, who's freaking out the most? MAGA. Yeah. Rumors are swirling that Trump is going to try and turn DC into a freedom city and gift it to Peter Thiel. We've done research. Yeah. And Pete Hegseth is ordering the Navy to rename all kinds of well-named ships, including the USNS Harvey Milk, because he's awful.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are starting off with
4 minutes in.
Hang on a second. Is there a question here about Dumpy, since I've got him top of mind?
Yes, I will pull that up.
7.
Yes, let me get that pulled up.
Thank you. Lisa, Cheryl Hansen, and Mimi, they were all asking about Dumpy. President Dumpster Fire hasn't been seen publicly in the last few days. He hasn't been seen since golfing on Sunday. Why is he missing? Is there anything going on behind the scenes? Well, Sarah and I we did lots of research this morning. And she took on the DC mess, and I took on the dark depths of the internet, because the official line in DC from the White House is awful and untrustworthy as everything else they say. Mm-hmm. So I will pull some cards. He has been posting on social media overnight
And this morning, yeah.
and this morning, but he still hasn't. We still haven't seen him. He hasn't had any public facing things scheduled. He has said that he talked to Putin. It didn't go well. Surprise. So what's going on? Was this just a blip? Was he on a bender? Was he?
Why is the grumpy old
feeling
troll
well?
stuck under the bridge? Yes.
It's the most wonderful day of the week. It's Sarah Wednesday.
Sabine, no, nobody's taken his phone away. He's still been
Complaining,
untruthing. Yes.
untruthing, complaining, whining. Let me guess, he's still the biggest victim.
Woe is he. So much
Yes.
woe he can barely scoop it up in his little baby hands. There's so much woe. The woeiest.
The woeiest.
The
Yes.
woeiest.
Taco woe.
So much woe. Taco woe.
Taco
Like
woe.
my side, I'd like my taco with the side of woe, please.
I'm sorry. I'm not even laughing today. I'm just wheezing. All right. Oh, I've got a hermit right in the middle.
So there is a bridge.
Yes. I think what I'm getting is lazy, pointless garbage. I think he spent Monday, Tuesday, and then probably so far today. It's just blah da 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 da. I'm not comfortable with this particular card, the lover's card there, because ew.
Yeah.
Hermit, it's just him. Trust me, it's not self-reflection. Wheel of Fortune, he can't. He can't. You know, like with little kids, bless them, but they can only be quiet for so long. Even when they're really trying, and they're really good kids, there's just a point after which they just can't do it.
Yeah.
Same thing. And then Seven of Cups. This is just off in his own head. Yeah. He's so spoiled. He's a spoiled child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get.
And for those who are talking about Putin, I mean, at this point, that's sort of like Putin's shtick, right? He like randomly just decides he's going to go get a bunch of Botox or something, or pull an Elizabeth Bathory. Putin, because apparently Putin's been MIA too. But and people have been mentioning that in chat. But that's sort of his thing. Like he's going to go, pull an Elizabeth Bathory at the spa for a couple of days and then show up. I mean, it's what he does.
Yeah. He has other people working. I also get the sense, strangely enough, he has other people doing the work. Work. I also have the feeling that he got really jealous. Surprise. About Elon.
Oh, no.
That Elon is so much richer than he is and does very little. Does even less than Trump does. As a matter of fact, the Tesla board, it's the board because of the shareholders
Mhm.
are insisting that if Musk is going to remain at Tesla, that he has to work 40 hours a week on the business.
How's he going to
No,
populate Mars if he's working 40 hours a week? I don't know.
it's just, oof. So I honestly think that with Musk on, I think it just, I'm going to do what I feel like doing.
Yeah.
And then he finally started paying attention to the news again and didn't like it and started yelling.
And boy, did he. Just griped and complained. Thank you, Claude.
Thank you.
Yes, Musk spent all night last night because he doesn't sleep either. And this is, anybody who voted for this bill is stupid, and this is going to kill the country. And I'm like, preach it, Queen. I mean, I don't know what else to say at this point. I don't know. Pop off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, alrighty. So let's move on at 11:40, y'all. I giggled. I mean, okay. The premise of this question infuriates me, but I giggled. So a large portion of MAGA is absolutely furious. They're mad.
Oh,
They're
no.
mad as heck, and they're not taking it anymore. They've claimed that Trump has flipped on them. Why? Reports have surfaced that his administration had advanced plans to create a national citizen database in collaboration with the Peter Thiel-owned technology firm Palantir. Okay. Reactions online run along the lines of, seriously? If Palantir isn't the deep state, then what is? To, was MAGA a giant psyop? Dun, dun, dun! Was he lying when he came down the escalator? Yes. Yes, he was. Whoo!
Is reality? It's not quite dawning, but the horizon is just a little bit lighter.
Yeah. So, is this the one step too far for Trump and his cult? Like, is this? Because I mean, these are people that traditionally, like they don't want. I mean, they want smaller government. They don't want everybody in their business. They don't. And then he just gift wraps it with a big old red putrid bow to Peter Thiel.
Strangely, it's weird. Okay. There are definitely some people who are annoyed by this. Definitely adding insult to injury. But a lot of MAGA are so devoted to the cult.
Mm.
And until they see, there are a number of them who, until they see, as long as he is secretly using that database to hurt the people that they want to see hurt, then, well, it's okay. As long, they'll be with him as long as they're hurting the right people. However, I think this is going to be a limited story because that's a big old justice card right there at the end. Just excuse you. Excuse. You were supposed to put all that information. You were supposed to put that information back.
Nate, you're most welcome, dear. Sorry.
No.
Well, speaking of Peter Thiel.
Ugh. Must we?
Yeah. So, Heather, Valerie, and I think somebody else in chat, but it was going fast and didn't catch, had a question. So, there's a rumor circulating among federal employees in D.C. that Trump is going to give Peter Thiel the District of Columbia as the first freedom city, basically a corporate takeover of the land of D.C. Freedom cities are not subject to federal law. They are a techno-fascist company towns disguised as economic revitalization. Here's the thing. By law, because I delved, this cannot be done without the consent of both the House and the Senate. Technically, yes, the GOP has both at the moment, but will this fly?
Well, I feel like I should pull extra cards, and half of them are coming straight off the top of the deck, which is usually a very straightforward kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn these over and see what I've got. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So for those who aren't familiar with freedom cities, Trump had thrown this suggestion out a million years ago, where basically he was going to create these cities on federal lands. In order for it to exist, it has to be on federal land. The problem is that technically, DC, I mean, it's territory. It's not a state. It technically is federal land, but I think it's the 23rd Amendment. I'd have to go back and check. The 23rd Amendment gives it some freedom, even though it is technically federal land. So,
Ultimately, no. Number one, what exactly is Dumpy going to get out of this? He's waiting for a ship to come in. If you try to tell me that the dumpster fire president isn't going to get something out of this, I'm going to question that.
Oh yeah.
Does Trump think he can? Yes. But the people in DC, they may not, the land they're on may be federal land, but they still own their homes. They still own the businesses. They still own the buildings.
Right.
Plus, it's just the sheer size. I mean,
Right.
we haven't started with any small freedom cities.
Right.
You're just going to somehow hand off Washington, D.C.
I mean, go big or go home, right?
Yeah, I guess. There would be, everyone there would have legal standing to say, no, this is going to harm me. There's the world, as in you're done, and this would absolutely hand things to hand power to the Democrats. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What other people see? The government. This is a rumor. This is at the center. It's rumor. At the base of this, it's some people on the far right just running their mouths, legally hanging over this. I don't think you can get there from here. The House and Senate, they can't even pass a budget.
That part.
So yeah, I don't think this is going to be a thing. So
alrighty. I mean, collectively, I don't even think they could pass kindergarten at this point, but
that is true.
Oh goodness.
Miss Sarah, you said go big or go home. Cindy Lou says, I wish they'd go home.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Yes, Raymond. And it's just, again, and going off of what you were saying earlier, the last two questions have to do with Trump handing over Peter Thiel things, wanting to hand over data and land and a whole robust city. I mean, very, very odd. He does nothing for free. So, all right.
Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed he would get something out of this.
But the thing is that Peter Thiel, you don't get to where Peter Thiel is by being a complete idiot. I mean, I don't agree with him, but he's not stupid. I mean, even surely he knows that Trump isn't going to succeed in all of this, right?
No, Thiel believes in that. He believes in authoritarianism.
Right.
He believes in tyranny. Basically, that the tech bros are the only ones capable of guiding society. Uh, Pinky and the brain, Pinky and the brain. I, by right of superior intelligence, have the mandate to rule the world. Come, Mindy, we're going to conquer the earth. Why? Because it's something I want to do.
Yes. Well, that, I guess it makes sense. Anna, it doesn't matter. Thiel's if he's gay or not, just because he's moneyed, they don't care.
Yep.
Money supersedes all of that.
Yep.
All right. At 21 even. So Pete Hegseth is ordering the Navy to rename the USNS Harvey Milk, an oiler named after the gay civil rights icon and Navy veteran. This is one of many, but this is the many renamings, but this is the one people are yelling the loudest about today. There have been no public plans of what Hegseth intends to rename this ship to. Cosmic Goat Lady wants to know, will it be the USS Taco? No, I thought it was hysterical.
That was good, Cosmic Goat Lady. That was
right.
good.
But what is going on here?
Valerie in the chat saying, "I'm so tired of these Batman villains."
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Hegseth. Beat Hegseth. Okay, we're gonna have a little drinky poo. All right, we're gonna rename some ships. I said I'd stop drinking if I got this job at my confirmation hearings. You know that renaming these ships actually takes some work. It's not actually
just somebody swinging down with the, with the stencil and just painting over it and just be like, hoo-hoo. Sort of like Red Dwarf, when he's outside the ship, like rename it. Doesn't.
I don't think they have their names on the sides, but I like your thinking. But no, this isn't just okay. Everybody just call it this now, and that's fine. It's like all of the paperwork, all of the certification, all of the. This is actually expensive too.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want anyone who is. This turns my stomach. They don't want anyone. They don't want the ships named after anyone who was gay, a woman, of any
melanated
color.
Yeah,
melanated. It's white supremacy. It's misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
It's heinous. Waiting for their ship to come in.
I'm sorry.
No, there it is. I would have been surprised if it wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
They're not listening. They're not listening to decency. This is absolute. This just blatant racism, misogyny, heinousness. It exposes how awful they are. This is not a good way to win over people. Yeah. This is something you do if you're already in the cult.
Lewis has a point. It's going to be renamed the highest bidder.
Yeah. Yes, that was good. Yes.
Oh, goodness. Oh, Valerie F says, oh, no, ladies. Taco will simply use his Sharpie and name the ship the Harvey Wallbanger. Harvey Milk, yeah. Oh, goodness.
So is this going to go through? I mean, there's not much that can stop it from going through. Yeah, they're in a position to do it. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. This is pathetic and small and cruel and just gross.
Yeah. Diva 369 says Hegseth is a dead soul, but he also is in a distilled body. So, yeah.
That was good.
He's pickled at this point. So.
Yes, he is.
All right. At 25:45, y'all. Okay. Oh, you didn't get to this one yesterday, and I'm glad. Okay. Because I wanted to be here when you did it. Because this, get ready. I'm about to just, my little Lewis Black finger is loading. So, months back, DOGE goons illegally took over the building for the United States Institute of Peace. Because, of course, they did. Mm-hmm. It's a nonprofit in D.C. After a judge finally forced them to vacate, the staffers were met with a building that had water damage, vermin that weren't there before, and leftover stashes of devil's lettuce. So, having gained initial access to the building, what DOGE did initially was they wiped out all the IT systems, shredded all the documents, seized the funding, and took down the USIP's website, including all the research the agency had conducted over the past 40 years. So, will agencies such as this that DOGE set out to ruin ever gain back the ground they lost?
Sorry. Sorry, I just sneezed.
Oh, you're good. Yes, retelling Savoy, the building was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sorry.
It's going to take a while because, I mean, Democrats aren't going to have any power until at least January of 2027. And I hate to say it, but this is just where we are. And that's why we're going through this together, and we're going through the news together, and we're trying to share good information with each other to help each other get through this. But as far as the U.S. government, mm-hmm. walking away from what was supposed to be done there, it's going to be expensive. And it's going to be recreating a bunch of stuff, and it's not going to be easy. And the Musk's DOGE infants have a lot to answer for. But will they eventually? Probably. But it's going to be a while, kids. I'm sorry. Thank you, Sharon.
Retelling Savoy, yes. But one of the things that DOGE did while they were cutting corners was they canceled all of the infestation people, exterminators. There we go. So they just canceled all the services to the building, and yuckadoo, yeah. Yes, Nate, Pickle Pete, that is a winner. And now I've got Cuban Pete in my head. So Pickle Pete, chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom. Okay. All right. So at 29:30, you guys are so cool. Deb has a question. So do you remember the New Jersey mayor that went with the Congress people to the ICE facility and then was arrested? And then Alina Habba was like, maybe we should have done that. You think? So he's now suing Alina Habba for his detention, his illegal detention. Arrest after detention facility, sorry.
Wasn't he the only one there?
With melanated skin? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So he was the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have a justice card right in the middle of this. He definitely has a case. There's huge judgment. And they never want to admit they've done anything wrong. So there might be this mayor, he might get some amount of money, but MAGA will just use this to stir things up the more it gets talked about. So according to that, he'll get some money, but
well, Paula has a question at 3110.
Yes.
Do Trump and his handlers believe that they have the next election rigged and in the bag?
I'm getting some fear off of Dumpy.
Yes.
Which also might be why I don't think Dumpy's been going after Musk. Has he? You had him in the office to say goodbye.
No. I mean, Musk has been constantly talking smack about Trump, but Trump, to my knowledge, has not said a whole lot. I know he pulled the nomination to the head of NASA. Musk had a friend that he wanted to be the head of NASA, and Trump was going to put him there. And since this happened, Trump has pulled that nomination. But other than that, I don't think publicly anything has been said. Oh, does Musk know things? Musk did not get where he's at. I mean, we know he didn't work there. I mean, he's had some good ideas, some. But Musk has known where to invest his money at the right time. That's Musk's thing. He's known where to jump in at the right time.
And he's had the money handed to him.
Yes.
I'm liking these cards.
Well.
Does Trump, so do they think they've got midterms in the bag?
Mm-hmm.
If they do, they're fools.
Mm.
It feels like they're trying to, but it's like there's more desperation in the plan than I would have thought. And certainly if they had it all set up, just like, okay, yeah, just hit a button. And because the actual 5 cards for the reading, remember, a few years ago, my cards split themselves out into the different things. Cups are Democrats. Pentacles are Republicans. Wands are MAGA. And then swords are legislation, law enforcement, military, communication, that kind of thing. 5 cards, midterms. King of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Should be turnover. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Voters.
Don't threaten me with a good time, dear.
Yep, that's Democrats. Turnover. Democrats. Voting. Blue wave. But we have to vote. We have to get everyone to vote. Yes. And we cannot let the media or certainly not pollsters convince people that, it's there's no way, or it's completely in the bag. Completely. A complete blowout, so you don't need to go vote.
Yeah, morning after election, that's the only time I will breathe.
Right.
Intendedly. I don't care who it is. Short of Moses coming down with another set of tablets and a burning bush. This is no. No. Not Moses, Mikey. No, that's...
Oh gosh, no. Although I have to say, in the Mel Brooks movie, that is, I think, one of the funniest lines in movie history. It's on the list, my list of top 20 best lines. 15 crash. 10 commandments.
Yes.
I love that.
Okay, so at 36 even, do you guys remember closer to the top of the show where we were talking about how while Dumpy has not been, sticking his head out and waving to his public Evita style, he's still been, hot thumbs hooligan over here, untruthing or whatever it is he's doing. But him's not happy that he cannot make a deal easily with President Xi. Quote, I like President Xi of China, always have and always will, but he is very tough and extremely hard to make a deal with. Homie, aren't you supposed to be an artist at this? Like, where are your pastels? Can't you get some... Do you need crayons? Can KK Carolyn bring you some crayons and you can just make some art of a deal? Like, isn't that your stick, bro? Like, use your bronzer. Do something.
Come on, Picasso. Get out your paintbrushes.
Right. So, are there going to be any deals made?
Yes, Mark. Taco of the deal.
Yes. Oh, y'all. Oh, thank you, Carol.
The card for the reading is a thief. If it wasn't for President Dumpster Fire, none of this would be happening. None. Zero.
Yeah.
Day late and $1 short. Small charity, just not as much what used to happen. Quiet as a tomb. That does not bode well. And then the last two cards are Dumpy throwing out everything he can and sitting pretty. This is just sitting pretty. I'll double check, but I don't think that's us. I don't think that's the American people.
Woodpile Witch, I think she is a bear. He was poked. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. There's the country for the reading. Trump's a big bonkers win. Adding insult to injury, which he does every day, and then suspension. This does not bode well at all. Not even remotely.
Visualize 70. He is not the Leonardo da Vinci of the deal. He is more like the Thomas Edison, I stole other people's stuff of the deal. But yes, no, I get what you mean.
I would make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reference, but I don't want to insult them because
this is
quite
true.
Sweet and they're good guys, or good
yes.
turtles. Anyway,
Amphibians ish. Are turtles amphibians? I think so. I don't know. Okay. Well, we're going to do some good news and then a card for us to wrap up here. So at 40:10. Okay. I saw this, and this is just the coolest thing. I thought this was just amazing. So researchers have determined, studies have come out, that okra and fenugreek seeds can create a natural polymer that can remove up to 90% of the microplastics from sea, fresh, and groundwater.
Nice.
I think, if I remember correctly, it's the okra works best on seawater. The fenugreek works best on freshwater, and then there's a 1-to-1 ratio that works really good on groundwater. They're hoping to roll this out beginning in waste treatment plants over the next few years that can, and then go on from there. So will this make a difference? Like, is this...
Yes, it will help.
Yay!
Obviously, there's a cost involved, but certainly the farmers need some work.
Right.
That microplastic thing, it's a problem. It's a bigger problem than we realize. I think in the future we're going to hear more about it.
Yeah.
But just ignoring it and just making money without caring about the environment doesn't work well. So this is throwing a little bit of money at this. A little bit. And look at those healthy plants.
This makes me happy.
So this is not, in all seriousness, it's not super, super expensive. I mean, obviously they have got to process it to some extent. You
Right.
can't dump okra in the water.
Right.
Go, there you go. Gumbo for everybody. But no,
I'm down with that.
Sounds well. Yeah, I like it.
And thank y'all for correcting me. So they're reptiles, not amphibians. Thank you. But no, it's the I forgot what the part about in the fenugreek, but it that makes it stick. But the slimy part of the middle of the okra that nobody likes to eat, that will suck up the microplastics. And yeah,
that's awesome.
Yes.
Jolene was asking, how's the garden coming along? Kind of frustrating at the moment. I'll get there, but I have things growing in I made little pots I had a bunch of old disposable cups that I wasn't using, and I thought, well, may as well, make use of these. And so I've got various things growing in those, but I've got the 2 raised beds put together, and it's just a matter of getting the soil. It's hard. I try to be as open about this as I can because I know it helps people. Louis, thank you so much. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Makes a huge difference. Thank you. But no, my longtime viewers, you know that I have depression, and it kind of comes and goes. And I'm doing all the self-care stuff I'm supposed to be doing, and of course, I always take my medication. It's not a matter of missing medication. No, I take it every day. But it just there are times it just gets harder to do stuff. And I've also been working really long hours and working really hard on projects that don't have a short timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to get this done and it'll be done by the end of the week and everything's going to be So it just makes it harder. But SKB saying the roses are an exquisite good choice. Why, thank you. I'm particularly fond of them. I am a huge fan of this vexing Turkish flower that everything in the universe eats because it doesn't have enough poison in any part of it. So everything eats it. But no, I'll get it together, and I'm still up and going. This kid says some days are harder than others. Be kind and patient with yourself. We love you. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Sharon's wondering, are we going to see Okra Islands?
At the floating, I don't know.
Interesting. Veronica says, I get that. Sandra Lee says, remember to rest when you need it. Thank you. I'll be fine. I've been here we're getting up near 5.5 years that I've been here all the time. You've seen it just come and go. So, I understand I suffer the same thing. Veronica saying it could be the solar flares. It's probably not helping. And Melinda says, my garden's dependent on my energy level. There you go. So it's just, thank you, Grace. No, it's just a matter. I try to be as open as I can because there should not be any stigma to this. This is just, it's like having a bad knee.
Yeah.
And if it was all, if we could all live by willpower alone, every project would be done and no one would be overweight.
There you go.
And that's not how it works. So we're going to be okay. All right.
Well, let's look at a message for us.
Yep. Raymond, that would be interesting, that witness coming forward talking about the fight between Elon and Besant, because there was talk of a fight between them back in April. So unless they had more than one, it's less likely, not unlikely, but less likely that he was the one who gave Musk the black eye that we saw. So Debsy says, good news, a 4-year-old girl who has cancer is allowed to stay in the country for a year to continue receiving care. We'll take it. Good.
Cool.
Thor says, how much would we need to send you to take a day off? Well, I don't know that that's a thing, because the income from the channel is down to about 2/3 what it used to be, what it was before the last election, last November. So, but I'm still here. We're going to go through the news together.
Yes.
It's not all about the money, although income is always, grocery money is always good. All right. 10 of Cups. We're in this together. Democrats. It's also Pride Month.
Yes.
And we are very much allies.
Very much
very much allies. And you are safe with us. Always.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, okay. Justice. We have the some things may fall through the cracks, but the justice system has been working away to protect us from some of the worst of the worst. And there are a bunch of the Project 2025 stuff not happening. And they just keep, he's been flailing a lot. So there are some things he can do, but I mean, think about this. President Dumpster Fire, his party, he's in the presidency. His party controls the House and the Senate. And do you know how much actual stuff has been made into law?
I mean, think about it. When Obama first got into office, I mean, he passed it wasn't really a bailout, the stimulus package. There we go. And we had all that infrastructure and people got stimulus checks and things were moving. Like they had a transparency website where people can go and see what all was being done in their state and where the money was going. And these people couldn't even find transparency in saran wrap. I mean, it's no.
He's he's really mad at the courts because right behind that is the hangman. That's major arcana. And then these three are also major arcana, which is Dumpy. This is the Dumpy trying to use the resources of the executive order, but he's isolated. Is this what he can do? And things keep getting the justice keeps turning things over. And so the emperor on his throne is getting very little done. And in fact, not only did they not find did Elon not find the fraud and abuse they said they were going to find? They were going to cut trillions of dollars from the budget. The spending of the U.S. government has gone up under Trump. Yeah.
Bigly.
This is utter failure. So, yes, there's some cruelty out there, and women need their rights back. And, yeah, human rights need to be a thing. But he is an absolute failure. So, anyway, that's what I'm getting. But thank you so much for coming on. I so look forward to when you're on, Miss Sarah. You are such a joy.
Oh, I'm happy to. Happy to hang out with you guys.
And thank you for being here.
Yeah.
All right, that will do it for us for today. But I'll be back here tomorrow at 3. It is 1 o'clock here in Chicago and in Louisiana. And at 3 o'clock. So in 2 hours, we'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel.
Yes.
And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. Just put your political questions in the chat before I get here. And we're going to get through this together.
Yes.
It's seriously, we are.
Crook. Yes.
Yep. And don't give up. I'll just grab you. I'll just drag you with me. We're just going to, come on. Come on.
Yep.
All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. So hang in there, and we'll see you later. All right, take care. Take care.